Hi, this is Dr. Jenny Byrne. I'm an adult psychiatrist here at Cognitive Psychiatry of Chapel Hill, and I'm going to give you 3 tips today to avoid missing your appointments. So, this is a common problem for patients I see with attention deficit disorder, but it's a problem we all have. We've all certainly missed appointments. If it happens once in a while, it's normally not the end of the world, but if it happens on a routine basis, it can cause a lot of problems at work and at home. So here are a couple tips that I've learned along the way. The one has to do with your calendar. So this sounds obvious, right? Like, of course, you have to put appointments on your calendar. But the tip that I've learned is it really matters that you have one calendar, if possible. I know sometimes people work and they have a work calendar and they can't sync it or link it to their home calendar. But if at all possible to have everything on one calendar, at least having all your appointments on one calendar, that is extremely helpful. The second tip I would say is that the type of calendar matters. So if you are a kind of person that is heavily dependent on computers, on the phone, on the cloud, it matters that your calendar is also on the computer and on the cloud. This is the case for a lot of people these days because you can sync calendars and you can carry your phone around with you, which kind of has your calendar at all times. However, there are people who don't do well with the phone electronic option, and they actually do a lot better with a paper version. And these might be, you might be someone who's very technically savvy and is very good at using all your electronic equipment, but it may work better visually for you to actually have a paper calendar that you carry around with you and look at. So my second tip is whatever type of calendar you use, it has to travel with you at all times. So that means if it's not your phone, so if your calendar can't come up on your phone, it needs to be a paper version that can travel with you. So it needs to be something small enough that it can fit in a bag or a pocket or something like that. And the reason for this is as we're going around in our daily life and we make appointments, we tend to make them on the spot, right? Like you're out talking with someone, they say, hey, let's get together Friday. And they say, great. You need to write it down on the paper or put it in your phone immediately. Because when you don't do that, by the time you get home and sit down at your computer or sit down and look at your planner, the odds of you forgetting that you made that appointment are pretty good. So it needs to be something that travels with you. And then the third thing I would say for remembering appointments is use other people and other mechanisms to help you remember. So, for example, if you live with someone, a partner, a spouse, and you put a visual calendar of the week in your house, that helps your partner see when your appointments are and helps you see when your partner's appointments are. So you can kind of help remind each other as well as have a visual cue on the way out the door every day about what each other is doing. If you can also sometimes use other offices to help you. So for example, if you see a doctor's office, sometimes they can set up what kind of reminders you get. So like at our office, for our patients, we can adjust the reminders. We can do email or text or phone, and we can do them at different frequencies. So with electronic health records, a lot of times this is something that the practice can do for you and help you with those reminders. So it's worth asking, hey, can you send me a reminder one day before or 2 hours before? And they might not be able to help, but maybe they can. So again, the 3 tips I would say are make sure everything gets on one place, which I know is sometimes very difficult, but it is very helpful when that happens. Make sure it's something that travels with you at all times. So if it's not your phone and you like paper, that's totally fine, but the paper has to travel with you. And the third tip is to get other people to help you remember, either by having something with people at your house or other offices, or post it in a way that other people will help you remember. So I hope this helped. If you want any more information, please contact us at the information below. Thanks. Bye-bye.